Greetings, family.
Come on.
Near and far and wide, on planet, off planet, in the planet. You've done that goes already. Shambhala. If your nature's agreeable, we beg you to step forward. Disagreeable, step back, because we not have no more time for that. Come in, my youth.
And yeah, when you have love, anything can manifest for you. Just have gratitude. And yeah, we're back with Ladycrowne, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop, because it's real talk, episode 96. And yeah, 9 plus 6 equals 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6. And we're back on the number of balance, so you can tan up straight. And it's also linked to Mother Nature. I was grounding earlier, boosting up my electrical system, my electrical current within. And also, what grounding helps you with is balancing out that root chakra. Because just like Dr. Joe Dispenza said, a lot of people are down here in the lower chakras, dealing with survival and fear. You got to tap into love, baby. Oh yeah. Trust me. And things will work out for you in a beautiful way. But greetings to you all, you know. It's a cool day, man. You know, peaceful, really peaceful up here. You know, we send you all infinite blessings, you know. And because it's always a transfer of energy going on. And when you really tapped into your energy, trust me, your energy will speak louder than your words. Ladycrowne, what you got to say to the people then?
Yeah, what a beautiful day.
What a beautiful day.
Every day. Blessed day, trust me. Wow. There's so much going on in the Matrix, you know.
That causes many tricks.
Causes
Trust
many
me,
tricks.
it's not a joke out here.
Yeah, you know, if you're not mind sharp, your tongue full. You know, everyone's scattering. You know, just stay calm. Take some deep breaths in, like our brother. Infinite Waters.
I'm on the wind team.
And
She's on the Ralph team.
Yeah.
Shouts to my mentor right there.
Trust me. You know, just take some time out for yourself. Like STS said, you know, I mean, just take off your shoes, your trainer, whatever expenses sitting up on your foot, and just do some grounding. Get outside, stand on a bit of turf.
Yeah.
Stop your car, get one of them little islands in the middle of the road. And
People look on you like, I want to got them, I do.
Yeah, make them look. If you can't find any grass, plenty did there. You know what I'm saying? Just do some grounding, and you know what I mean, connect with Mother Earth and nature, you know, because then all of this noise kind of like dissipates, because that's all it is, a lot of background noise. Nonetheless, impactful, because it impacts on your the matrix that we're in. Yeah. There's so much going off. I mean, the COVID inquiry, and I'm sure I can say COVID inquiry on this without it being flagged up, because that's what it is. Your ex-leader, Bojo, not wanting to release WhatsApp messages because he considers them to be not relevant. I mean, if they ever wanted to show you that it's one rule for them, another rule for you, then they're really showing you now, because I can't for 1 minute imagine that there's an inquiry going on and you are at the forefront of that inquiry, and they say they want your laptop, your phone. They won't even say it. You know what they're sending? They're sending the militia, kick off your door, take everything they want on top of you, and fling you in a cell. But if your name's Bojo and you're a World Economic Forum puppet, or a WHO puppet, you know, the World Homicide Organization, the World Health Organization, then I guess those things don't apply. They're just showing you more and more and more that regardless of what you might think, they're actually showing you that you don't matter. And when it comes to them, like Suella Braverman, you know, just give me a little one-to-one session and I'll pay the fine. Everybody else have to sit all in a room with a whole heap of people, answer thoughtful question as to why you're going 1 mile over the speed limit. So they're showing you categorically that it's one rule for them, another rule for you, you know. So you must know it's all fake. None of it's real. You don't have a government. You don't have any leaders. You're the government. You're the leader. What you have is mind control going on.
You know what? It's you know, great segue for me. Yeah, we was just tapped into Dr. Robert Morse, yeah, and he was talking about the mind, and this is so key. Yeah.
Shout out to Seven.
Shout out to Seven. Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you, beautiful sister, divine sister. Shout out to you, soul sister. You know what I mean? Because trust me, from the heart.
Right from the heart.
Trust me, real life. But yeah, Dr. Robert Morse, yeah, That guy, the way he broke down, he's big on, obviously, he's a biochemist and he's tapped into iridology and naturopath. But the way he broke down the mind is so, trust me, so crucial for people to realize. He said, don't follow your mind, follow your awareness. So your consciousness. So your consciousness always has the last say. This is why I say tapping in every single second. So your action will manifest. Your mind can take you anywhere. But as long as you can control your present moment, you can actually go through your journey without having your mind going against you, using your mind as a tool, not using it as a master. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people's mind has mastered them. No. This is why they're not really them. They're different. They're in different dimensions from. This is why I say a lot of people are fearing fake realities within their headset, then bringing it to the present moment for other people and themselves, obviously, because that's where it comes from. You got to learn how to control your mind, you know. Otherwise, your mind will control you. And I never forget that voice that came to me and said, yo, listen, say, if you don't learn how to control your mind will control you. It always stuck with me. I realized, wow, the mind's truly powerful. We need to use it as a tool.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not use it against us and others, man.
Yeah.
Real life.
We've just not
so
been,
powerful, man.
You know, we've not
been taught about.
You've not been taught about the mind. You know, you just be taught to hear something and react to it. You know, because somebody's hurt your feelings. Somebody said something you didn't like.
So I got caught in again. Remember the channeler?
Oh yes.
When he was, remember when he channeled the spirit guide, and the spirit guide was like, "Listen, you've been programmed to look at things that are bad and feel bad, because we're reactionary.
Yeah.
We're not being present and being awareness. We're reacting to the mind. Going back to we're reacting, and the mind will react all day.
Oh gosh.
Even Dr. Joe Dispenza said he's a master on the mind. He said, "Listen, I react all day, but one thing I do is self-regulate. We need to learn how to self-regulate because if we don't, we can be anybody at any time."
That's the missing component, that you don't know how to self-regulate. You've not been taught to. And I'm telling you, those of us that have arrived there or on that journey there have got there through all kind of adversities. Do you know what I'm saying? And realizing that, hold on a second, my response determines the outcome.
Trust me.
So you know, so enough man and woman gonna born yard already because of their response. You get what I'm saying? Fight, flight. You've got to know what to do. You got to listen to your spirit guides, because they might be saying to you, "Yo, with the backside you got on there. Why busting the left for? Stay centered." But you know, when we override and ignore, then we end up in some situations that we sit down and say that little 2-letter word. If me did know, it's too late. Do you get what I'm saying? So we really need to take the control. What somebody says about you, to you, whatever, trust me, cannot impact on you. I remember saying to STS years ago about the armor. And now most people out there, the Christians say the armor of God. Call it what you want, but you have to have your armor that you can still function, navigate your vessel. But anything that comes towards you, it ricochets, because you don't let it permeate. You don't absorb it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That something happens to somebody, you just carry on laughing and whistling. No. You got empathy. But guess what? You've also got control of who and what you are and how it impacts on you. Because if something impacts on you to the detriment, then that can't be good. Oh, the mourning because they've lost somebody, but the mourning for the last 4 or 5 years, and they can't eat, can't sleep. What are you doing to yourself? Causing yourself harm.
So we've got an energy field around us. This is why I say it's so key to raise your energy, because if you raise your energy, then things won't have as much as a big impact on you if you was in a lower frequency, because obviously you're going to align to that frequency. This is why, shouts to Bill Carson out there, first time I mentioned him, he said, imagine an energy field around you that's impenetrable. That's because you power your mind. Imagination creates reality.
Absolutely.
As well. We got to realize that we're creating reality all the time.
All the time.
Going back to what we said earlier, use your mind as a tool for you, because a lot of the programming in the mind is negatives. Those are negatives.
It's a fear-based culture. A fear-based society. Afraid for spider. Afraid for walk underneath ladder. Afraid because it's Friday the 13th.
Superstition.
Afraid because the Bible tells you must fear God.
Fear everything.
Fear your father because he might go
even
bust
fear your own power. And remember when I said to you the other day, I said you can be so fearful that you even can fear love. Imagine that. You
Yeah.
even can feel love.
Because if I let this man or this woman
It's
into my life,
crazy,
then
fam.
they
It's
might
mad.
hurt me.
Yeah, because you're creating realities in the future that hasn't even happened in this present
Yeah.
moment.
But you see,
You know
what
what I
will
mean?
happen is that you'll manifest that and you'll bring
Yeah,
that
because
forth.
you're bringing it, you're imagining it and bringing it into
Yeah.
this. Oh, you got to stop doing that, man.
You got to stop, you know, dealing with how you feel, you know.
Oh my God, you're giving me the feeling is the secret.
Yeah.
Shouts to Neville
Neville
Goddard.
Goddard. It's a small little book. You can get it on YouTube.
Small little book.
Just
small.
listen to that one. The feeling
and
is the
taking the
secret because it's
information.
all about the
feeling.
feeling.
Like my favorite affirmation. Like
about the
feeling, baby. Ooh yeah. Because when you learn how to control your feeling, oh my God, it shapes your reality. Going back to the spirit guys that we was tapped into, he was talking about the feeling. The feeling. So listen, you need to learn how to create your own feelings. Not be reactionary to the mind. Control your present moment and realize that you can feel however you want to feel. It's your choice. It's your choice, man.
All choice. You've always had it. Nobody's ever taken that away from you, you know,
But
regardless.
a lot of us have externalized our power
Yeah.
to other people's reality.
Yeah.
So we feel how other people feel, not how we truly feel.
You let
You
other
know-
people
you know what I
make
mean?
decisions for you
Yeah,
based
man.
on their academia. Oh, he's a doctor. Oh, she's a lawyer. So always giving away what was naturally given to you, even your own discernment or your own rational reasoning to say, hang on a second, this is what you're recommending, but from what I can see, that contains some kind of poison. But it's only a small amount, so it's all right to have it. But you know what I'm saying? We don't question. And as a youth, picnic growing up, why, mommy, why, daddy, why? You go to school and then lick it all to your head.
They beat that inner child out to the point where you don't ask questions anymore.
And so therefore you get spoon-fed. Your mouth's open and they can shovel in the shit. Because that's exactly what's happening to your youths them in them education camps right now. They're shoveling in the shit, setting them up for a life of misery. Because I don't care what it is they might think they have physically, a house, a car, or this and that. It's a life of misery because you're not living your true life. You're not in your true existence. Do you know what I'm saying? You're just here. You don't know your purpose. Oh, I'm just, having a good time right about now. Until that good time comes to an end and it's like, oh shit, things are a bit sticky now. Which is literally what's happening in terms of the matrix and the economy and the crashing of the system. All of the distractions, the Boris and the Phil Schofield and all of those things, they're happening in the matrix, but it's to take you away from the banking system and how it's collapsing as we speak. It will be on the scale of 1929, 1930, but from some of those economists out there, they're saying this is unimaginable. They can't, it would be worse than that, much worse than that. But you walk around, you see people just carrying on as if I know not, and everything, oh yeah, the price is a bit high in the shops. Oh, my mortgage has gone up a bit, your debt pledge, but I can still manage to pay. Why? Because you're still doing your JOB. You're just over broke. But what happens when that JOB goes? And I'm telling you, people are going to be laid off in their thousands, hundreds of thousands. Tell me how you're going to manage to pay that death pledge or your death grip when you're not working because you don't have a job and you've got no side hustle. You've got nothing put down to the side to say, right, you know what, if things get a bit rocky, we can get by for 6 months because we have that put down. How many of you can say that? I don't think there's many. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're matrixed off. You're in that world of the Maya and the illusion and that they can put some big ass planes in the sky that you think you've seen with your two eyes that go into two buildings and decimate those buildings and you actually believe that, then there's the hypnosis. You get what I'm saying? Because them planes, there weren't no blinking planes up there in the first place. It's in a simulation. They do it all the time. They're showing you. Man's dead and they've got somebody on stage singing, for Christ's sake. Who was it that they had on some stage singing who's already transitioned?
Tupac.
Was it Tupac?
The holographic.
The holographic thing there. There you go.
Yeah,
hologram. That's what those were. But, everybody, oh, yeah, these planes went into the trade.
Well, they got advanced technology, haven't they?
Way advanced.
They got technology that can make it look like you murder someone.
Yeah.
You wasn't even there.
They're controlling your reality. That's what they're doing. So you have to know that everything that if you don't question everything that you're told or everything that you're presented, especially when it's coming from your mainstream, you must know, say a hogwash. And if you're hearing it from the conspiracy theorists out there, then maybe you should just pay some attention and have a look. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones that are telling the truth. The ones that have been persecuted, purged off YouTube, Facebook, you name it. I mean, Dr. Vernon Coleman, beautiful man. And when he came out way early on and said, yo, this is an absolute travesty, it's bullshit, this is poison, they purged him. You got to go onto his .com website or Substack or one of the other channels to hear Dr. Vernon Coleman. But he was there from day one saying to people, but once they purge these people off these platforms, how would you know when your mainstream is going to do what? Pump out the bullshit. Safe and effective. Oh yeah, it is very safe and effective. Because it's one way hotel for hono. Eh? Boneyard.
Shout out to my mentor out there, Ralph Smart. He was talking about in the last 2,000, 3,000 years that the lies have been whopping the truth. But now, the tide has turned, starting to really turn around now. The truth starting to really have a big impact on life. It's because, like you like to say, time's up. The universe is like, you know what, you had your time.
You've had your time.
It's time for the truth to be revealed to those that were left in the darkness. And it's coming to the light now, you know? And it's a great time to be alive.
I think it's an amazing time to be here.
Because now, all the power is coming back to your hands. It was always there.
Yes.
It's just that the illusion was that it was out there. So.
Yeah.
But tap into Wizard of Oz, you know. You know what I mean?
Watch it.
Trust me.
They show you in all of them.
The movies show you the real reality when you read in between the lines.
Yeah.
You have to stop watching it with the entertainment eyes and start watching it with the realness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What the real message that they're trying to show you.
Yeah.
You know, Eyes Wide Shut is a good one as well, man.
Oh gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many things
Stanley
that are going
Kubrick.
off that a lot of people aren't aware of because the Matrix has shaped their mind. You know, going back to your mind as well, like you have to start living through your mind first and outside second instead of out there then through your mind. Because if you do that, then you're a representation of the Matrix.
Yeah.
You took the blue pill. This is why, you know, going to the Matrix, a movie, the blue pill and the red pill represents what so many people have gone through, because we've all had a choice. But a lot of us have picked the blue pill because, well,
comfortable.
Not only that, the path was led. So imagine this shit. You come out your mother's womb, yeah? Guess what happens? Boom! Slap your batty, jabbed up. Think about it, you've already been blue pilled.
Yeah.
So basically, a lot of us didn't even really have a choice. We only started having a choice when we started to wake up.
Yeah. That's a fact.
It's mad. When you look at it, it's mad because they led you on a path of destruction anyway. Yeah. This is why a lot of the youths them are going mad out there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when they know the greatness of the genome and the DNA, and they decide that they're going to systematically destroy it to the point where now some people's DNA doesn't even belong to them because it's got a patent on it. That's, you know, that was injected into them. Yeah, there's a patent on that. So their DNA is no longer their DNA. It belongs to whoever owns the patent.
Yeah.
So they've been on this quest to destroy the Creator's creation. Yeah, that's the quest that some of these demonic forces on the planet have been on for, I don't know, centuries, probably thousands of years. But guess what? We ain't going nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? We are not going anywhere because there's those of us on the planet who know who and what we are. And nobody now come and take control over that. Did you want to come in, STS? Because I can hear you. You inhaled, and I thought, well, is he going to do the exhale as well, or is he going to talk? Come in, Mario.
Energy doesn't die; it only transfers.
No, okay.
So we need to realize that we can't die anyway. You know,
never die.
They make us fear death to keep us in this limited awareness. Yeah, limited reality. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
Because as long as we're fearing the outcome of death, and we're not living in the present moment.
How can you?
This is why I say go back to the mind shapes your reality. So if you don't work on it, fam, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a hard life, man. The greatest minds out there, look at their lives. They're living in abundance. Yeah. Why is that their mind, man? They learn about their mindset.
Got to have that.
From the Robert Kiyosakis to the Dr. Joe Dispenza, the David Windmillers and Mark Christophers, all of them have got a great mind, regardless of what they're doing. Yeah. They've got a great mind and they're living in abundance because they're creating their reality. They're not allowing the external to shape their mind. They're allowing their mind to shape the external. Imagine that, they're a flip.
Flip. And that's what you have to do.
You've got to flip it, man.
Know that everything that you've ever been taught is a lie. 100% lie.
Trust me.
Yeah? And when you know that, you start questioning everything that you hear. Instead of hearing something and repeat it, go and validate it. You know what I mean? Do some fact checking. And if you can't find any facts to back up what's been said, then you must know it's a goddamn lie, and call it out as such. Don't stop the repeating of the bullshit. And another thing that I wanted to touch on as well is the how language and this bastardized Hellenistic language shapes your reality. We won't mention that one, STS. But
nah, I thought that was all you got to
mention. No. I'll probably leave that one till Wednesday. So just be mindful of how we speak and what we say. Yeah. Anybody who's all melanated beings must know that you're melanated by the fact of the color of your skin. Yeah. And we've all got melanin in us, some more so than others. Okay. What we need to do is take back control of the language, because the language really defines who and what you are. So, who am I? I'm a woman. Who's STS? He's a man. We could call ourselves melanated beings, if we want to. But what we need to do, you see this word that they've given everybody to say, and that, shout it out loud. I'm what? Black, and I'm proud.
Yeah.
They got Jimi Hendrix to sing that. And Jimi Hendrix, as far as I'm concerned, CIA operative, because what you've done is taken the culture, away. So you're now going to define yourself as a black man or a black woman, a black child, black. You must know that the Chinese man is from China. They call themselves Chinese. Yeah? Portugal, Portuguese. We originate from, and all beings on this planet came out of Africa.
Ethiopia. Yeah.
Ethiopia. They call the continent Africa, which is named after Cypriot Africanus, some European who came along this side saying, Al-Kibulan, Abyssinia, Ethiopia. Those are the words that they actually used to describe that continent. Yeah? So you're an African, or an Al-Kibulanian, or Al-Sibian. You get what I'm saying? You can't call yourself black, because black is what? There's how many different shades of black are there?
Yeah, it's carbon, isn't it? David when Miller talks about, sure, it's 10,000.
Exactly.
Shades, yeah.
So the black it takes you away from what? Your landmass and from your culture. You get what I'm saying? There's a clear distinction and a separation between the two. Yeah? And then when you look in their dictionaries and how they use the word black, what is it? Black male. So somebody a lie anti Black Monday. Oh, that's when they stop mark. You guess what I'm saying? Yeah. And so when you use a word like that to define yourself, what are you bringing? What energy are you bringing towards yourself? You're over with me, people. So you have to start tweaking the language.
I like saying Nubia, melanated. I'd rather say that.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Hello. Say hi.
Hell is love, still.
Yeah? Hell is low. It's a Hellenistic language. So just make those subtle changes. Don't wake up and say to your significant other or your youths them, morning. No. Grand rising. You know what I'm saying? See how uplifting it is. So start to make those incremental changes in your language and start to tell me how you think and feel about yourself, because now you're associating, you bring yourself back to that landmass. Al-Kibulan, Egypt, Kemet. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just be a colour that has no definition, and what definitions they give them in their Black's Law Dictionary. It's not good.
Sure. Doesn't it mean in law that you're dead or something? Like
it means you're dead. Dead, slave,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot hold title.
Obama said, "No, I'm not black."
Exactly.
He said, "I'm not black, mate."
Yeah.
Because he knew what he was dealing with.
He knew what he meant when he said, "I'm not black," because black means dead in their dictionary, especially in the Black's Law. If you look at it in there, and you cannot hold title. So if you think you own a house in your home, you don't, because of the virtue that you call yourself black. And remember, the Moors have been in Europe forever. Come, how much time and show them up with wash, cook, clean and everything. Morenos. You want to call yourself a more, call yourself more. But
That's
stop.
Maroon,
Yeah, stop using the word black to identify yourself. Yeah, you're a man or a woman. And if you want to associate yourself to a landmass, you're African, you're Jamaican. But stop using that word black. Stop using it today. And tell your youths them that anybody calling them black is insulting them and calling them dead, slave, have nothing, no entitlement to anything, the lowest of the low. Why would you do that? Yeah, Jimi Hendrix wasn't doing anybody a favour. None of those artists out there that were singing those songs to push the word black was doing us a favour. We embraced it because, yeah, young, gifted and black. Well, right, you're young, you're gifted, now you've gone black. Well, you're dead. See what I'm saying? But I remember singing those songs as a child because we didn't know any better. But when you know better, what you have to do better to start teaching yours from now. You know what I'm saying? The kings, the queens, the prince, the princesses, the regal, the royal. You know what I'm saying? Nubian. Give them
uplifting.
Absolutely. So when they look in a dictionary at the words that you're using to describe them, they go, "Oh wow, that's lovely." Instead of all right, black, or ugly, yeah. Just look at the definition for the word black and tell me why you want to associate yourself with that. Drop it today, and start standing as a man and a woman. Only living men and women can hold title. You get what I'm saying? And as long as you're in their fiction world, that's exactly how they're going to treat you, like you're dead. And that goes for everybody, regardless of whether you call yourself black, white, or whatever, because white is North African or South African, I think it is. So you don't have any entitlement to the landmass that you're standing on now. Oh, I'm an Englishman, really? If you call yourself white, then you don't. That's how much they've bastardized the language, how much they've confused everybody, stolen and lied to everybody.
Can I say this? I think people should rename themselves as well, because if you give yourself a superhero name like myself and Ladycrowne, it's going to resonate, because you're sending an affirmation to the universe, because you're renaming yourself, especially in a righteous way. Saving the Saviour, Ladycrowne. It speaks for itself. We don't need to say anything, where we're coming from already.
Yeah.
It's already presented, you know what I mean? So when you just John or Paul, it's standard. There's many of them.
Exactly.
Rename yourself, man. Something powerful.
Whatever it is you're led to do in life, you'll find who and what you are, and then you'll be able to, and then you'll naturally just rename yourself, because then that's you. Anything else that you've got out there, it's crown copyright. You look at your birth certificate, it's not proof of ID. It tells you underneath it. It's crown copyright, so it belongs to the crown. So your name isn't even your name. You're overs. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that we should all be doing. Stop buying into the lies, because let's face it, the more we buy into it, the more this matrix grows, and this big fungus starts to grow, and we keep feeding it and then wondering why life's so vicious, why things so difficult. Well, we're contributing to it. We've caused it.
We're feeding that entity.
Exactly.
That's going against us.
There's nothing new under the sun. Just look at what happened with the Spanish flu and how many millions of people were wiped out because they decided that, a bit too many of you lot here, let's get rid of the plebs. So this corona era that we just had is nothing new. It's the same thing, but it's just happening in our time. Just have a look back at the Spanish flu and you know what I'm talking about.
You remind me of something like the thought part as a joke. Back in the day, shout to Dr. Sebi out there, he said that the Spanish government banned Callaloo. Why do you think that they banned Callaloo? Because it was giving a lot of people energy. You got to realise we're in a matrix, fam. Of course, there's many tricks. The things that are good for you, they don't want you to have. The things that are bad for you, they definitely want you to have.
Push it.
It's all a flip. So you got to flip your whole life to work for you. Otherwise, you're going to go down that path.
You're
like
screwed.
I said earlier, it's already laid out for you.
Yeah.
This is why so many people have gone down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're screwed. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Milk, which is no more, it's just one-off from plastic. They tell you need it for your calcium. Some dead animal that was fed on God knows what, probably brother and sister were dropped dead in the field. They tell you need it for the protein. It's all lies. It's to make you sick, so you can come to them with your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your cancer, because that's what's going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Get out there and eat them bloody berries, especially this time of year.
Trust me, good for the brain, good for all your internal glands. You know what I mean?
Trust me.
The berries are great, man.
Yeah. So fling down the whatever breakfast they want. You
Bring on the English breakfast, yeah?
Just chuck it.
Get
right. Get yourself some
Get
watermelon.
your
You know.
watermelon.
It's especially this time of year. This is our summer months where whatever fruits you can get. This is the best time to consume it. And even then, when we're not in this type of weather, you know, the ones that they do that are frozen can be quite good in a smoothie as well, because they literally harvest them and freeze them. They quick freeze them, and you can buy them all year round. So you can still have something, but stop buying into their poison, because then we're wondering why we're sick. And all we've done is contributed to that sickness by consuming their shit, because that's exactly what it is. Absolute shite.
You know what? Shout outs to Uncle Michael out there, drinking the bladder what that he got. And check the joke now. This is from Wales, fam. So you can get this, you know what I mean? It's all about knowing, isn't it, where you can get things from, because you can pick anything out here if you're aware of it. Shouts to Brother Alden out there as well. Top herbalist out there. Like, people need to realise that everything around us is there to help us if we tap into that frequency. You see what I mean? Because you have to be at a certain frequency in order to receive.
Yeah.
If you're at a low frequency and you're dealing with hate, jealousy, envy, you're going to attract that reality back to you. Going back to the mind, your mind shapes your reality, man. Because whatever your value system is, your mind's going to look for confirmation of that. Remember that,
Absolutely.
man. You have to tap into a good value system.
Absolutely. Yeah, wrap up my you come have some things fiddle.
You know, this has been another great conversation.
Yes.
You know why? Because it's real talk.
That's what it is.
Chat far. But yeah, man. Yo, big ups to all of you out there. It's a flip, no rehearsal, no script, no acting going on. And yeah, keep working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals. Because we're there, yeah, with ya.
Spiritually.
You don't know, bro and sis. Stay blessed. STS and Ladycrowne over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace.
Have a strong day.
Strong week, man.